and it is unforgivable. Boris Johnson doesn't really care about the future of our country, which he is willing to sell up the river just to please the extreme wing of his party and Nigel Farage. Why else would he keep a no-deal Brexit on the table? A no deal that would lead to food shortages in our supermarkets, to medicine shortages in our hospitals, to our family and friends across the country fearing for their jobs. You cannot trust a word Boris Johnson says. This man will say anything if it means getting what he wants. He lied to the 3 million people from other EU countries living in the UK when he told them that he would guarantee their right to stay. He lied when he said that no Conservative Prime Minister would ever put a border down the Irish Sea. He lied when he said over and over that we would leave the European Union by the 31st of October. He lied when he said he would be rather to be dead in a ditch than ask for an extension to Article 50. Well, there might not be a ditch, but Boris Johnson has certainly dragged the office of Prime Minister through the mud, lying to the Queen to unlawfully shut down our democracy. Boris Johnson is not fit to be Prime Minister, not just because he doesn't care, not just because he lies, but because also he is complicit in stoking division and fear in our communities. Why else would Britain's biggest racist, Tommy Robinson, be supporting him? Honestly, such an endorsement would shame any decent person. But Boris Johnson has no shame when it comes to the language he uses about race. I think it's impossible to learn, I say that, which is perhaps just as well. Boris Johnson only cares about Boris Johnson. And he will do whatever it takes, sacrifice whatever or whoever is needed to get what he wants. This is a man who decided which side to support in the EU referendum by game-playing what would be most likely to get him the keys to number 10. His life has been about becoming Prime Minister, not out of some burning desire to make people's lives better, but out of some sense of Etonian entitlement, because it's what people like him get to do. Boris Johnson doesn't care about you and your family.